I call the meeting to order at 4 p.m. 10/15 of 2025. Agenda for the regular meeting of the Town of Elk Board of Trustees. All agenda items are subject to discussion, consideration, possible action, including but not limited to approval, denial, amendment, revision, or conditional approval in whole or in part of. Roll call. John Williams, present.
Mary Johnson, present. Amber Odie, present.
Item number 3, accept the minutes and purchase orders.
I make a motion to accept the minutes of purchase orders.
I second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 4, police report given by Chief Mark Smith.
In your hands, you have the September summary, or hopefully you have it. It's broken up into days with a number of different things that may have happened, traffic stop citations or warnings, reports or calls. If anybody has any questions about any of these?
So what I'm saying down at the bottom is your total. For example, citations 39 total,
Yes.
warnings 22, so on and so forth.
Yes, sir.
Agency assist 43. What is that?
No,
Oh, no, traffic stops 43. I was on the wrong column. Go ahead. I was just making sure I was reading it right.
no, that's correct. Second page is the expenses and fuel that we used in the vehicles. And then the last 3 pages would just be a summary of what the month held, where the citations were broken down.
Anybody have any questions on that?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. Item number 5, ordinance number 2025-008, chapter 16, section 16-101, update for deposit increase for reconnect. I'm gonna let Carrie elaborate.
One of the last meetings that you guys had, you guys raised the deposit amount. The way it was written before was that the deposit amount was $800, and then it was to, after you, if you were terminated because of non-payment, your deposit to get reconnected went up $100, and we did not change that one. When we changed the original deposit to $200, so this is establishing that a new deposit for somebody who doesn't pay and gets shut off, deposit is now $300.
And it was 200, you said?
It was $200. And then the reconnect fee is set at $50 now. I didn't know if you guys wanted to increase it.
And if I may interject, in our discussion about the reconnect fee, that would just be raising the reconnect fee for those people who are shut off for non-payment. People that have a leak, that have become shut off their water, when I go back and turn their water on, we don't
Doesn't
charge
apply.
them a reconnect fee.
This only applies to those who are, their services are terminated because of non-payment.
Y'all wanna leave it as it is? Or,
So you have to visit this property twice?
Do what now?
So you have to visit this property twice, once to turn it off and once
Well,
to turn it on?
once we turn it off, we have to pull, if we turn it off, especially some of the people that have a tendency to just go out and turn the meter back on, if we turn it off, we have to pull the meter out entirely and then wait until they pay their bill and then go reinstall the meter.
So how much time is this taking? $150 worth of time?
Well, when you consider the whole process is we have to send out cutoff notices for people who don't pay. Then we wait for them to pay, and then we send out another cutoff notice before we ever,
And those cutoff.
before we
notices
ever ask the
hand
water
delivered by
department.
me. At least, put on their, taped on their
We should
door.
raise the rate or at least discuss it, because if what's costing us more than $50, then that should be put back on the consumer.
That's my thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
And I would say almost 100% of the time, if we terminate somebody's services because they've been cut off, we've applied what was $100 deposit to what bill they have outstanding, which is probably, I would say, between $300 and $500 before, because we try to give everybody enough time to get those payments in.
So can we make a motion on this
Yes.
to, Karen, how do you feel? I think it's awful time consuming. Amber? Don't
I just
you?
feel like we should be charging them what it's costing us to do it, so
I do too.
I don't know what that amount
And it
is.
takes you,
well, $100 is more likely to cover it than 50. I mean, some of them are easy. Some of them, it's a one-person job. You go in there, 25 minutes, you're out of the hole, no problem.
okay,
Some of them you don't have.
Others, you have to have two people there to hold the meter loop a certain way while you
okay.
get it out and put it back in and.
I make the motion that we raise it from 50 to 100 for, the reconnect on the water meters.
Motion on the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now I need a motion for the entire ordinance of 2025-08.
Make the motion for the ordinance of number 2025-008, chapter 16. I'm lost for words. To be passed.
Yes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Uh, On item number 6, the acceptance of rural infrastructure grant.
We applied for the RIG grant, and I was notified earlier in October that, on the 2nd actually, that we were approved. RIG matching funds, the grant amount is $54,962. The match amount is $13,741, and the total project cost $68,703. And that is broke down between the pumps at the lift station, a new electrical component to run those pumps, a new billing system, and computer upgrades to operate the billing system. And it also included 2 months of rental costs on the pumps that are running the lift station right now. So our part will be $13,741 that we will have to cover. We will not know till December if ASCOG approves us. If ASCOG approves us for the grant, ASCOG grant, then our 20% for the 80-20 grant will be covered by ASCOG.
And our part of that is what, 17, what?
13,741.
Oh, 13, so.
We'll know in December, you said?
For the REAP grant from ASCOG. That application has been sent in and finalized.
Okay.
But I need a motion, so we have minutes stating that you guys approve the contract for that grant.
I make a motion that we approve the rural infrastructure grant. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 7, Community Park Committee report.
So Amber, I believe,
Yeah,
has some information for us.
Yeah, I'm speaking on behalf of James Byrne, Paige Ridley, and Shelley Jester. Are just starting to look into, projects for the, community park. I'm not sure the last time any updates were done at the park. I think it's been, quite a while, but, after meeting with some people, about the dirt work, it looks like there's not a lot that the city can do to help with the flooding issues, other than bringing lots of dirt, and that's just not plausible to do that. So, maybe just hauling in dirt in a certain location to level it up, possibly for some new playground equipment.
Now, sorry.
Also the electrical panel that's there, just needs to kind of be gone through to make sure it's good. And we would like to add another panel on the south half of the park. So there are some people that are gonna come and give us an estimate on that project. And then, the playground equipment, and I'm kind of doing this out of order. The playground equipment, I've reached out to a few companies. This is probably the most, sensible one that I received. I'm gonna look at that. That particular one, was priced at $89,000. Yes, and that was the cheapest of the ones I received.
Oh, yeah,
So,
they're high.
yeah. But it was everything, including shipping to get it here, installation. You have to have a fall surface. You can't just put it on the ground anymore. So it was, that, and of course, that's not a final, sketching or price. That's just the beginning.
But it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. It's just the aerial view of it. And so it's looking to be like, yeah, $100,000 project.
I don't wanna I don't wanna take over on any of that, but, if Dalton Holland, I can talk to Dalton on the highway project, if they've got any dirt
There we go.
excess, I think he would do it being it's close.
Yeah. The only bit of information I did receive that I thought probably made sense that I hadn't thought of before is we do need topsoil hauled in, not dirt, because it's not gonna grow, I mean, it's not gonna stay, it's not gonna grow grass. So, I mean, if that's available, then that probably
Austin
would.
Thompson was hauling topsoil there for a little while.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Austin Thompson was hauling.
Yeah, but he was supposed to get us I told him at the fire station to get us a price because I wanted to give it to these
I
girls.
think he told me it was a little under 6 or maybe right at 6.
Yeah, but he told me, I talked to him and he was gonna give me a final. I said, I don't need a guesstimate,
Right.
so I can give it to them.
I have no idea how much dirt it would require, but it's already built up where the current playground equipment is. So it's seeming like it would be cheaper to move our swing set somewhere else and go ahead and just build up that spot that's already built up, like go ahead and make it nice and smooth and install the playground equipment there.
I can tell you from when we built the, community center pad, we had to come up 3.5, we had 15 semis running, we had to come up 3.5 feet from center of Main Street. If that gives you any idea of the bed of the floodplain. That was in either 1990 or 91.
Yeah. So, yeah, the dirt is definitely a consideration in much of the project.
But if you want me to, I'll talk to Dalton tomorrow.
Well, if we have a 100-year flood, there probably won't be too many kids playing in the park anyway.
No.
We
I mean,
had that last year, right?
it just needs to be up high enough where
Right.
water doesn't sit in it when we have a
Right.
normal rain.
And where the playground
I was
equipment
just giving that as an
currently sits is the
example.
highest part of the
Right.
park. It's already been built up. So the question of how do we pay for this, I'm just trying to get a estimate of the whole total project. I am gonna reach out to some of our oil field companies who are driving on our roads and doing business in our town, so I would like to reach out to them. And of course, I spoke to Carrie about some grants, the playground company. Children's Specialty is the one who did that drawing that's going around. They actually did Bradley's playground. That's how I got their information. And I went over and looked at theirs. I don't know how long they've had theirs, maybe 6-7 years, but it's still, it's not tore up, it's not falling apart.
It's been our
It's
good walk.
it's still in good shape, so I felt like that was, and he remembered doing the Bradley job, so anyway, that's where that company came from, and he knows about the grants available for playground equipment for a city, for municipal. Alright, so, also, Park Committee would like to do a community fundraiser, a chili cook-off. The date's not been set for that or anything like that. We're just trying to figure out when to fit that in. And to also just introduce the project to the community, as well. And then, of course, local donations, we would be counting on those also.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Item number 8 is executive session. We had a surrender Waterloo and Arthur South attorneys, no show.
Are we going to, we have paperwork from them. Are you going to make the motion to go into executive session so you can discuss it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're fixing to do.
Okay.
I make the motion that we go into executive session at 4:16 p.m.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Make the motion that we come out of executive session at 5:17 p.m., 10:15 at 25.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
What we decided,
Just make the motion.
I make the,
Karen?
I make the motion to accept, Wadley Law's letter of engagement. Effective, do we know the effective date?
Immediately.
Immediately.
I second that.
All in favor? Commissioner?
did you get a second?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, I was writing. Okay, item number 9, new business. Mercy. We should bring something up in new business. Oh, it just hit me. Me and Mark Smith and Mark Anderson spoke this morning. We've got some bicyclists riding up and down Main Street on the sidewalks. If we have anybody, I'm not gonna just say an elder, we're gonna get some signs and post, just the east and west side of Main Street, just the one city block. There's plenty of streets to ride on, they can ride in a park. But I've been watching for about the past 4 or 5 days, somebody walks out of the post office or Natalie's hair salon or the flower shop, they're gonna get smoked and somebody's gonna get hurt bad. So, I wanna bring that up on new business.
Anybody else?
Pardon me?
I said anybody else, new business?
Anybody else new business?
No.
Item number 10, old business.
The meeting change.
Pardon me?
The meeting change.
Yes, on old business, we're going to, let's see, this is October.
Yeah, you will vote next month on
we'll vote
Changing the
next
meeting.
month on changing the meeting day and time to make it easier for everybody.
Any other old business?
Any other old business? Mark? Got anything? Okay, item number 11, I make the motion we adjourn at 5:20.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I make the motion we call the regular meeting of the Town of Elk Municipal Authority at 5:21 p.m. Roll call. John Williams present.
Mary Johnson present.
Amber Odie present.
Item number 3, make the motion we accept the minutes and purchase orders.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 4, the water department, excuse me, the water department report given by Water Superintendent Mark Anderson.
For the month of September, we used 1,234,400 gallons of water for a daily average of 41,146 gallons per day. Last year for September, we used 1,273,800 gallons of water for a daily average of 42,600 gallons per day. Total bulk water usage for September was 237,850 gallons. 12,850 gallons being billable for $1,285. The other 225,000 gallons was used by the county. Last year's bulk water for September was 49,805 gallons, billable at $4,980.50. The rig grant of $68,000 was approved for the lift station, project, so replacement parts have been ordered. The rig grant is still pending approval, which will not be determined until December. The replacement of hydrants and valves is scheduled to start next Tuesday. A clog in the sewer line on G was reported on Monday, and we called Mr. Reuter and had him come out and jet the line yesterday and solve the problem.
Do you want to go ahead and tell them that they put stakes in the ground for the water project going from 8th Street to west?
I did get a call on that, the other day, and, they're waiting on DEQ approval for their water line extension, which they feel like is going to happen. And they said they may start on the project early as far as the water line goes, but yeah, that's.
Early is in what day? Did they give you a date?
They didn't give me a date, they just said they might, since we've got all our paperwork turned in, they might wanna go ahead and get started on that, since if they've got a crew available to do that.
We did get to meet the foreman?
The site foreman came in a couple weeks ago, and, I went up with him and showed him where the water line was gonna be, and,
That was the fellow in the white pickup.
yeah.
Construction is, the date he gave me that day, construction on the building is supposed to start October the 20th.
20th, I couldn't remember, I thought it was the 27th,
Next
but,
week.
so,
Yeah, they ain't even got no dirt work done.
well, that's when he said they were gonna start dirt work.
Nice.
Oh,
Right,
okay, you said
where the
building.
store
He
is
said-
going to be.
Oh, okay.
There'll be
okay.
two different
It'd be
crews working on those
crews
two
for
different
water in
projects.
the store. And last report I heard, it was supposed to be ready to go in February.
The last of February is what was told, right? Okay, approval of utility billing system.
That is the muni billing system that is, covered in the rig grant.
Right.
We need to have minutes that state that you guys are good with going with that particular program. And for the money, it does everything that the girls and I have, because we've had 3 meetings with that company telling us what it's capable of. And citizens, when we get the conversion completely done, people will be able to log on to see their history, see if they've made their payment, see if their payment was posted. They'll be able to log on and do all of that. with this new program. So,
I'll make the motion that we, approve the new utility billing system.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 6, approval of computer upgrade. And this will also come out of the RIG grant, correct?
Rig,
Or RIG grant.
yes.
Do I have a motion?
What is the computer upgrade up?
That is, it's gonna replace the computer that is making all kinds of grinding noises in Taylor's office. It will update Mark's Anderson's in his water superintendent's office and prepare, the other 2 offices so that everyone will be able to use the program and get everything set up for the billing system.
Yeah, every time I sign into my computer, it tells me that they're no longer supporting Windows 10.
And with that being said,
This is old.
I make a motion, we upgrade the computer system.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Item number 7, this also comes out of the RIG grant. Approval of the lift station upgrade for the 2 pumps and new panel, correct, Mark?
Correct, sir.
I make the motion, we approve the lift station upgrade for the 2 pumps and the panel, and that's basically it, isn't it?
There's going to be also a waste basket, which is gonna catch anything large where the inflow comes into the lift station, so that will reduce wear and tear on the pumps. So we'll just have to pull that basket up every once in a while and empty it out.
Okay, I'll
I
make
second
the,
that.
Can I ask
It'll be a
you to
very
amend your
good job,
motion?
Dalton can handle it.
I want to amend my motion on the approval of the lift station upgrade.
The Haynes quote.
Pardon me?
Haynes quote number 1771, please.
I want to make the motion for the approval of the lift station upgrade for the cleanout basket, the 2 pumps, the electrical panel, number 1771.
Yes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 8, makes the motion we go,
Do you want to go ahead and visit?
yeah, let's go ahead and do this, and then, item number 9, new business. Anybody have any new business on this? Did either one of y'all sign in to talk or anything? Jim?
I signed in, but I just routinely sign in. I don't
Okay.
have anything.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to give you the opportunity. Okay, item number 10, old business. Okay.
That way you have those out of the way.
I want to make the motion that we go into executive session at 5:29 PM.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You ready, Tyler?
Yep.
Make the motion that we come out of executive session at 5:39 PM, and there was no action taken. And,
You already did old and new, so you are at adjourn.
right, item number 11, I make the motion at 5:39 that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.